Okay, tell me. I started a new stream.
Alright. Sitting here looking at a Miata.
Yep. Okay. That's.
Hang on.
Here.
Start the game again.
Does it start a game again? Did I? No. It should. Close that one.
Oh, no, that was only 24 seconds long. Hang on. I thought I was in the right one.
Here.
Live. Oh. Okay.
You should see the Motec.
I have it now, yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. First thing I wanted, let's see here. First thing I wanted to show you, well, what we were talking about before is, I said I needed to show you something. Let's look. Let's see here. Nope. Back.
Jesus, what's that?
So,
What's that red line there? What does that say? That's the brake, is it?
this is the brake. Oh, here, let me make the numbers bigger and you tell me when you can actually read these numbers on the side.
Yeah, no, it's just the writing I can't read.
Okay, well let me make it bigger. Okay, that's not it. No, okay. Okay, tell me when you can read these titles.
That's grand now, yeah, that's okay.
You can read it now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good enough then. Okay. What I'm concerned about is here, let me do something else here. I wanted to talk to you about how you enter this one corner. Okay, Misano. It's excuse me. It's T13. So you're going down this long straight. You go through these two flat out. Excuse me, I need to drink something. So the way I do, so this is the long straight. Then you have this turn and this turn that you do flat out. As soon as I pass this turn, I hit the brakes to slow myself down a little bit. Just a second, I'm gonna go off and get some more to drink. Okay, I'm back.
Right.
So the way I do this is I flat through this, break right around here, and try to arc through this, not, and just basically, this is where the high speed, this is where you need the aerodynamic downforce, in my opinion, is trying to get through here and then brake hard. And I'm basically attacking every curb. I basically do not.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I don't. Yeah. I try to disabuse. The curbs are so flat, anyways.
Yeah, it's easy to get off track as well, though. Is the only problem.
Mm-hmm. But so this is my intent. Okay. So let's look at what I'm actually doing. So brake. So let's see here. So I brake, and then I'm trying to do maximum G's. But let's look at what I do over many laps.
Let's actually check and see what the fuck mine is. I take the same line. I think everybody takes the same line.
Well, some people.
But
What I notice some people do is they take a wide line entrance in here. I see people setting not up on the curb, but setting up here, and I just don't understand why.
Getting a longer straight at the last corner where you have to stop really fast, which is ridiculous. I think. Why would you want to pick up speed going into?
Well, I try to make this a constant lateral G maneuver. So I brake to a point where I know I can maintain the turn here, and at least it's my intention. But I see people like Porsches and whatnot. They start out here. I think they're braking straight and then turning and accelerating again. But I don't know. They're fast, whatever they're doing. But
Yeah.
it's a different line that I just don't understand. But let's go previous. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. You know the colors, right? So
Yeah.
let's see here. So brake, get off the brake. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the laps real quick. So
Yeah, my braking is totally different to yours. I put on the brakes, off the brakes, on the brakes, off the brakes, on the brakes for the two corners.
well,
It's funny the difference. It's funny the difference in people braking.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically trying to brake to the point where I can make this area without going off track. Sometimes,
Exactly, yeah.
sometimes I do still. One second, I got FedEx here. Give me a second.
Right?
Okay, I'm back. I just got my racing grade.
what?
My racing brake pads.
Oh, nice.
You know how much a set of racing brake pad front rotors or front?
Couple of €1,000.
No,
dollars, I should say.
no. Just the pads.
All right.
It's $200, and they last me. Oh, maybe a month and a half. maybe a total of in track time.
Do you only use the Miata for the track, or do you use it
No,
a daily driver?
It's my daily driver. It's the only car I own. It has 52,000 miles on it. You know, that's why I got the RF. The reason I got the retractable hardtop is so I can run it through a car wash. You know, in the winter. See, I used to live in Minnesota, right? Where
is it a hardtop?
It's a retractable. This part right here retracts into the trunk automatically.
I can't see anything.
Well,
have you got it up on screen?
Yeah, look at the screen. The stream.
Oh, it's not there. I just have the track map up.
Oh, did it freeze?
I don't know.
Yeah, let me take this away from full.
Now it's back again. I can see the mouse moving now.
Okay.
But you're still on Motec though.
Okay. Do you see the Miata now?
Yeah, now I see you, Chet.
Okay. See this part that's above the head? This part retracts into the trunk, and so this part stays. So it's a retractable fastback. But
nice.
I got this version. Well, I would have bought this version anyways because I like the looks of it. But I didn't get the convertible roof. You know, the fabric one, because in winter I go through car washes like every couple days during the winter because of all the salt. But anyways, this in my opinion, if you have two cars, if you have access to something that has 4 seats, this is the best car to own because.
Is there 4 seats in that?
No, just 2 seats. But you need to have a car that has more than 2 seats, you know, for when family comes or whatever. So that's what. Here, I'll show you. You got me talking about cars now. Let's go. Let's see here. So, if you're looking for explore models, no, I want the actual.
I didn't like them when they came out first, but it's really after growing on me.
Oh, no. I'm on the fence of what the looks are, but if you are looking for a 2-door, 4-seat car, I think that this BMW M2 Coupe is the best money spent because it has the 6-cylinder engine. It doesn't have the buck tooth, but
not for me.
But this
I need the kidneys.
Well, this isn't. This is the kidney. Or, okay, it's not the real kidneys. I'll give you that.
Is that the old model?
No, that's the current M2, the one that just came out.
All right.
But then if you need 4 doors, the M3 is
Now you're talking.
is the best car going.
That is a beautiful car.
But I can't take the grill. The grill looks like it came from an SUV to me.
I know. That's what I was saying. I didn't like it when it came out first, but the more I saw it, the more I started to grow on me. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Well,
That's just evil out and out. I'm coming to eat your car. Look at that in the rearview mirror now, and you'd be frightened.
yeah.
It's nearly as bad as the AMG.
But this is
Lights are fantastic.
yeah. This is so let's see here. So I asked okay, here this let's see this one. So we were
That's a nice front as well.
let's see here. Content building. Yeah, I'll show you what.
Electric?
No, it's got the 6-cylinder, the B58 engine.
Oh, those gills open up in the front, do they? When it goes certain
Yeah,
speed?
yeah.
Oh, if it gets hot.
Let me see here. Shadow line. She has a 2022. This is a 2023. They changed very minor, but this is Barb's car, my wife's car, and I love the damn thing because it gets my Miata gets 32 miles to the gallon. Okay, this thing will get 32 miles to the gallon driving 100 miles an hour.
It's mad, isn't it?
We were going. We live in Houston, right? We were going to Austin to see the Formula One race, the America at Circuit of the Americas, right?
Yeah.
And in Texas, if you're not in a city, they don't care how fast you're going. Everybody just drives really fast because this is a huge state. This state,
true, yeah.
This state is as big as France. Okay. And so I was like, we were driving the morning of to the race, and then we drove back on the afternoon after. And it's like, honey, I'm just gonna drive, because everybody drives like 90. It's like, I'm gonna just drive 99. So I put it in econo mode and set the cruise control for 99.
And what's the limit? 100, is it?
Huh? No,
What's the limit? 100?
No, the limit's like 150 or something like that.
Oh.
But
Kilometers, I presume.
no, miles per hour.
Oh my god. Hope the roads are good.
All the roads are really good in Texas. But
Right.
I was like, I can't believe this thing could go 100 miles an hour. It feels like you're driving 60, and it's getting 32 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, if they're not accelerating, that thing will just keep going, I'd say.
Yeah, it's
so efficient these days.
But it really accelerates really fast too.
That's the thing you should have on the track.
Yeah. The only problem is the consumables, the tires. So the tires are about 3 times as much as the Miata. The brakes are probably twice. Gas is gonna be at least twice.
Is there sport mode and track mode on that now or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Yep. There's all that. Yeah, it's not a like an M3, but it's an M340i, so it's like one. It's
yeah.
But anyways, talking about cars. I think it's just for like our last gas-driven car. I think it's a great buy because the next car we're gonna buy is probably gonna be electric.
Yeah.
But anyways, so what I'm trying to say,
Hopefully it's a long time.
yeah,
I just have to buy in advance, so I hope they don't bring in the rule in the next 10, 20 years.
yeah. But basically, I just try to slow down here so I can make this corner.
Yeah.
But anyways, what the thing I wanted to show you that's not really here I'm just gonna delete this data.
How do you take the corner going onto the straight, on the main straight there?
Oh,
Have a look at that
okay.
for a sec. There's a few ways of doing it. I noticed that this morning.
So
That
you're talking about this area.
No, yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go.
That's it.
So turn 10. This one.
Yeah. Those two actually, they're fairly tricky corners. Those two, that one and the one leading up into it.
Right. This one, turn
They're
9.
tricky.
Turn 9, turn 10. Okay. What I have found is the inside area of this corner is rubbered. Okay. The outside, so the inside half is rubbered. The outside half is not. If you get outside that rubbered area,
Yeah.
it's.
I was there this morning.
Yeah. It's really difficult to get back on the gas. You have to wait and wait and wait. So my technique is I come from the left half, I go straight over this curbing, brake straight, then turn and basically put the steering wheel at 90 degrees. Here, one thing we have to do when we're talking about steering wheels. I don't know what your degrees is set at.
Oh, I have it at 180 now. I'm happy with that, I think. It's fairly good.
That's not the number I'm thinking of.
I had it at 900. Well, to be honest with you now, I didn't think much of a difference with them.
Yeah, the steering lock.
I think you might need to change them if you're driving a Porsche or a Ferrari.
I just have this at 900.
It's at 900 as well, is it?
Yeah. So
You should change it to 180 and see what you think. I didn't notice much of a difference, to be quite honest with you now.
oh, okay. I'll do this some next time I play.
Yeah. And there's a few other settings there now.
Yeah, this is at 100. I drive at 100 with the Ferrari. But everything else.
The rest is fairly the same, I think, as mine.
Okay. Oh, see how big my dead zone is for.
I have the same. I have a bigger dead zone than that.
Okay.
No, it's actually similar. Yeah, I was looking at the throttle and the. How come you have a dead zone on the throttle?
There should be like only a very, very, very small dead zone.
That's a lot, though. I said that'll even wheel spin you, even with the. You don't use it.
I don't have any.
Traction control.
No. So
it's not on.
So I have no dead zone on the throttle.
Oh, I saw the the red lines were the dead zone. How come they're halfway on the things? Then?
Because it's I'm not moving anything. It's at 0.
Ah, okay.
So I have a 32% dead zone on the brake. And the reason being that is so it'll actually go to 100%. So
Yeah.
so like here. So you're coming down the long straight and you have to brake hard. I want it to be able to brake hard and it'd be 100%. And then let's go forward. And here's where I want it to be not so much of a dead zone that I could still finesse the brake. So this does not go to 100%. Like right now, I'm at 86%. So it's almost, it's down 10%. But, anyways, the one thing I wanted to show you. Let's get out of this. So you hit the plus sign. Here's. Excuse me. Here's your file that you'll get that ACC makes. You open that up, okay, and it's going to look at all your times. It's going to put this red. So this red dot is the primary.
The fastest.
Yeah, the fastest is orange. Okay, the red dot is whatever lap you're actually looking at. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But then you can have an overlay. That's what the O means. Okay, so.
Oh, very good.
So for example,
You can balance each lap of its own.
You can compare two people. You can compare.
I was wondering what that was.
Okay, where am I?
Can I pick one of those files out of mine and send it to you?
Yeah, why don't you email it to me?
Hang on a second now. Have I bitten off more than I can chew?
No. Yeah, let's do that.
Hang on now.
You know there's two different files that you have to send, right? Here, let me show you.
Just switch off the asset of course.
So, just send me. Do you notice? Do you notice?
I have one here now. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Do you notice that one of these icons is red and the other icon is gray? There's two files that are married together in Motec. Okay. So the easiest way do this is have your, well, you can look at the file name, but the file name.
I tell you what I have here now. I have this window Motec. I think I have one of 45,000 kilobytes. I send that to you, will I?
No, there's two files. Okay, so look at my screen. Okay, see how this is. This.
I'm just jumping from screen to screen here.
Yep, that's fine.
Hang on.
Okay, can you see what I'm showing you?
Oh yeah, I'm there now already.
Okay. So this file is 2023 May 23rd at 10:12 and 18 seconds. Okay, and this file has a red icon. This file is the same exact file name, and it has a gray icon.
All right.
Okay, so here.
Which one do you want?
I need both of them.
Oh, both of them. Okay.
So.
Jesus, I can't get out of YouTube now. These computers. My brain.
Yeah.
So hang on now. Yeah. So
the easiest thing to do is just pick a date and then send me all the files of that date.
okay. Yeah, these two. Oh. One second now. I'm getting there. Won't be long.
That's fine.
I think it's working.
Okay.
I'm just going to reply to one of your.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Then. I'm getting better at this, I think.
Well, I have good news.
If I had to do anything in a hurry, I just get so flustered. I don't know. Things start going wrong very fast.
Some good news is I got my schedule for June, and let's see here. So one. So for the next 5 weeks, I only work one Sunday. So if you want,
my God!
if you want to do some Sunday races, I'll be available.
Sure.
But okay, so let me see that email got here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so download all attachments. Okay.
And look.
Mm-hmm. So.
Excellent. I am. What did I do first? I compressed to a zip file. Is that wrong?
No, that's fine.
Where has that gone? Do you know?
Oh, where is it gone? What do you mean?
Yeah, I did it and I couldn't find it, so then I just copied and pasted it.
Oh, where does it go? Or
Where did the file that I put into a zip file? Where would have that gone if it didn't pop up on my screen? Is it in a C file or something? Is it?
okay. So here, let me. Here, let me create a new. Okay, so in your documents under Seta Corsa Captazione, and then you have Motec, and this is where all your telemetry files, and then okay, so let me see. Let me write this down so I don't forget.
I have a Breezip. Do you know that app? Breezip, BREEZ zip,
Okay.
and it kind of opens up. It extracts zip files and compresses them, add, delete, and password manager, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it might be in there. There's no sign of anything.
No, I don't know that app. So
Yeah.
So I'm just basically going to take this, and then I'm going to open this up, and make it so it's not full screen. And take yours. Your file is. Let's see. Today at 18.24. It's in the future for me, so your file is from 6/24 today's date, which is in the future for me.
Excellent.
Okay, so
That's funny. What a planet.
Yeah. So let me delete all this and then go. Is it? $18.24. There we go. This is yours. So open up yours and look at. You got your laps in there. Okay, then we'll open up. I did 2 today, so I'll open both of them.
This will be interesting now. The braking is enormously different.
Okay. So let's just look at your laps first. Okay. Let's see here. Let's Ferrari's wheelbase is 2660. So there's for one data channel, you have to put in the wheelbase. So the Ferrari 296 GT3 is a 2,660 millimeters, and that goes.
What does that mean?
That's the wheelbase from front axle to rear axle.
Oh.
Now, why is this looking weird?
Because it's mine.
No. It's. I'm wondering why this part is cut off. So let me fix.
Oh, okay, right.
Let me fix this. No, it's this.
Ah, yeah. No, it's still cut off.
There we go. Okay. Now. Okay. See this. You can find. Well, it's in this section right here. The details. Okay. So. We put the wheelbase in right here. So, what did I say it was? 2,660? 2,660 millimeters. Apply, okay. Then I'll do it. Okay. The reason that you need to put that wheelbase in is so you get this orange line. So, just so you know, we're not going to actually use this probably for this discussion, but just so you know, the dark blue line is your steering angle. I could have this in degrees, but to have everything line up, it has to be in radians, which is that. The light blue line is lateral G's. It's just the same thing as this one down here. The red line is when you are turning the steering wheel too much in relation to how much lateral G you're producing. So, what's a good example?
I'd say the first corner. Not the first corner, the third corner.
So, see how your lateral G, we're looking at this corner right here, which is that tight after the first straight. Your lateral G went up, but your steering wheel was very little, and so it's this going down is good. Okay. Then, as you get closer to the zero line, that means it's worse. Okay, so you want this red line to be away from the zero line, because you know. So you kept on steering in, but your lateral G relatively didn't increase, and so you're scrubbing the tire. And I mean, we're getting really critical. But basically, the reason I made this tool is I was overheating the outside blocks of my front tires to the point where they were chunking, they were throwing rubber off, and I had to figure out, okay, how can I not do that? And so
Camber.
Camber, but I've done all the camber I can. I can't do any more camber unless And so I was like, what can I do as a driver? And so what I ended up doing is extending my brake zone to keep the weight on the front tires at corner entry. Basically slow down like brake release, and it solved it. But that's just a tool. But anyways, this an easier way to interpret this is this orange line. The more it's negative is the more understeer you have. If it goes positive, you have oversteer. So
wow, look at the next one.
So look at, you're coming around this corner right here, and the rear end sliding around, and you're counter steering. You can see your counter steering, and you're
that happens a lot.
And so you got some oversteer here. That's what the orange line. Now, the orange line will only appear when you put the wheelbase in the data.
All right.
So if you
show me how to do that again.
Okay, so you go up here to this details thing.
Oh yeah.
And then you go down, and there's the wheelbase, and so you have to put 2000. So
where did you find that?
I looked at the actual specs for the actual car.
In
there.
In Assetto Corsa?
No, the real car. Here, I'll show you.
Oh. Now I'm going to start drooling from the mouth.
Yeah. Let's get to the.
Oh my god!
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It just looks fast sitting there.
It is a beautiful car. I mean,
it looks it's going 1,000 miles an hour as it is now.
The only thing I don't like is this gigantic pitot tube. You know what this tube right here is for? Is to measure the airspeed. So basically the engineers know how much, like if there's a wind, and then they can look at what the downforce. So they're looking at downforce. They'll look at the shock. There's a sensor on the shock that basically shows the suspension travel, right? And as you go faster and the arrow starts making more and more downforce, it's going to push the car down, and so the shock, the suspension travel will show that. But they also, like if you go into, I don't think in GT3, but if you go into like the prototypes, the Le Mans cars, they actually have a sensor that's a laser. You ever seen those really expensive laser tape measure things?
Oh yeah.
Okay, same idea, but they have a laser that looks straight down and sees how much distance there is from the ground to the from the chassis to the ground. And then if you go into the really, really expensive ones, they have basically a camera, and they can say it's the laser, but it's a camera kind of thing, and it can. So if you think of the ground just kind of whizzing by, okay, and it can see the angle that it's whizzing at. So as you're going around a corner, and you can actually measure the actual understeer or oversteer, because you're looking at the ground. But anyways,
that's fantastic.
But those sensors are like 10 grand. See, there's the real thing. What I understand is why they're using a phone for a rear view mirror.
It looks like the perfect sim rig to me.
Yes. Yeah. What I also find funny is the brake pedal is huge and it's right in the center.
Yeah, don't forget this one.
But anyways,
Wow.
let me
Imagine getting into a crash and just swacking your knee off that big whatever that is.
this is the piston that raises the car in the
Oh my
pits.
god!
Yeah.
I think they put some foam around that or something.
So there's another one over here.
Yeah. All
Um,
right.
yeah.
That's a stupid place to have that.
Well,
Why
it's
don't they just have three, one in the middle and two at the back?
well, they did do that. In the Ferrari Challenge cars, there's a guy at the racetrack that has an old Ferrari Challenge car, and it has two pistons in the front and one in the back.
Wow.
But the reason it's there is because that's where the strong, that's very strong. That's where the roll cage is meeting the chassis.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where it has to go pretty much. But let me technical more info. Oh, where is it?
Win.
Chassis. There you go. Wheelbase, right there. Wheelbase.
Ah, very good.
2,660 millimeters. That's where that number came from.
Very good.
But anyways, no more drooling.
Nice. Wow.
But that's the great thing about GT3 is it's GT3 is basically a customer series. So
Yeah.
so they want customers to buy the car, so they put out a lot of information that usually is really hard to find. But it's
Excellent.
okay. So let's look at your lap. Okay, so we're looking at your fastest lap, which was a 1:37.7. So this is okay. So we're not gonna look at mine. We're just gonna look at yours for now. Okay.
I thought we were going to compare.
We're gonna compare.
The difference.
We're gonna compare, but well, I want to analyze. I want to show you what I do. This is my work process. Okay. So,
All right.
So I downloaded I get my data. I put it in here. I look at the number. Okay, that's the fastest. Then I go in here and you click all of these. Okay, so it puts all the laps in. Now that's why you have all this basically a rainbow of data, and you can turn it off. But the second thing is I go to this time thing. Okay. Oh, so I have sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. Okay, so first thing you gotta do is you gotta make let me move this. Now, you only have to do this once for every track in Motec, but here's how you make this track. Okay, so you can hit this button right here, track editor. Okay, and then you see your generate track, and then you get, and then I'm gonna have to show you how to make this math channel. So see how it says G-force lateral ACC?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a math channel I made. So let's stop what we're doing right here and let's look at this math channel. So this little calculator looking thing, that's the math channels. Now I don't like math. I think it complicates things. I'd like everything to be as intuitive as possible. So I don't. Some people get really into having all these channels and math, and they want to apply their knowledge of physics and all that.
I'm sure, yeah.
And it's like, I just want what I need. Okay, so here's the math channel I made. Okay, and so how do you make a math channel? You hit add expression right here. but we're just going to edit this one. Okay, so here, let's step one a little bit back a little bit. Okay, if you go to this button, it's all the channel editors. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are all the channels that
lines.
These are all the things. These are all the data points that Motec provides, or ACC provides. So,
Right.
Okay, so you need to.
So if I click on one of those, there'll be an extra line in the graph, is it?
No,
No.
we're basically making. So, okay, you notice it says aliases up here. Okay, so an alias is basically one of these renamed to one of these. Now, this is the data that comes from real life. This is how it's labeled: GeForce Lat, GeForce Long, blah blah blah. Okay, and because I use the same workbook or the same tools in real life that as I do in ACC, I had to convert one so they were named the same. So I converted the fake one, the ACC. But anyways, so see this logged. This is all the channels that is made by ACC. So now you have GLAT and GLong. That's the two we need. But I need to convert it so it's acceleration. Here it's unitless. It doesn't know what the units are. Okay, so
I am totally baffled.
Okay. When I can walk you through it, but some other time. But
that's going to be a while down the road now, Todd.
Okay, but
I'm still trying to learn to drive the car. Don't mind this.
Okay. But anyways, so
yeah.
So you make this track. You have.
What do you mean you make it?
This drawing, okay, is produced by Motec. This is not
ACC.
This is not ACC. This is the actual driven line, okay, from the data that is produced.
Oh, it's not the track at all.
It's not GPS. It's not a picture. It's literally made from the data. So
it's just the car. It's not the track.
Well, here.
It's what the car was doing.
Let's see here. Okay, this is my driven line around this section. Okay, let's make the track with your data and see if it looks different. So we're using lap 4, and since in real life I use a GPS, in this we're just using the data. So this is forward and back, and this is left and right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now let's flip it around. But your line's pretty much the same as mine.
Of course it is. It's the same track, sure.
Well,
I wouldn't say you'd notice the difference.
Okay. Well, anyways, that's how you draw the track. Now, Now, normally, you have all these sectors. So this is what it's doing is it's making turns, which are the green line, and straights, which are the white line.
Aye.
Okay, but this is too many. This is too many data points. We want to make sector times. Okay, so what is a sector? Where does the sector start? So
Yeah.
to do that, because everybody does it a little bit differently in each track and each series, I go.
And will there be the sector that's actually in the game?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Ah, yeah.
Well, to a point. I'll show you why. Okay, so there's a start. Okay, you can see that the sector line between sector 1 and sector 2 is between this corner and that corner, well, halfway. Okay, that's easy to figure out. Okay, the line between sector 2 and sector 3 is just on the straight somewhere. How the hell am I going to find where that line is without, so I gotta deal with what I know. Okay, so there's that line.
You could roughly mark it from the corner opposite. You can kind of say it's nearly.
You can say it's almost in line with this corner. But
Yeah,
this is how I do it. I'll show you.
Right.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete all these that it's already produced. So that's. Okay, so we're gonna call this is end up gonna be sector 2, and go 0. Okay. And then this one, this is sector 1. It's going from the 0 point, and then we're going to take this and put it. Remember, it was halfway between this corner and this corner.
Alright.
Okay, so that's sector 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's sector 1. Then you have the sector 2 right here, which is is showing a combination of sector 2 and sector 3. So I have to divide this in 2. So you can divide it exactly in half by hit this. And so
Okay.
So-
That's right.
so
Not far off anyway.
it's not very far, but that's basically taking this distance is equal to this distance. Okay.
Aye.
So that's sector 3.
Very good.
Ah, come on. Do the right
But
bits.
you still won't be able to compare it from my sectors. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're gonna make this the map. Let's see here. Come on. Sector 1, sector 2, sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. Okay. So we just made the map. So this is the map in Motec for Misano. So every time we go look at Misano, it's going to use this map. So these sector times will be the same also between our data points. But okay, so now I probably shouldn't have just went in depth of how I made this, but back to what
I won't be doing that anytime soon.
well, I probably can send you the map. You might be able to import it, and so then you can open up your data. You can highlight all the laps,
Yeah.
and then you can go to the time tab, and then it'll give you this thing.
Yeah.
And so now your fastest time was lap 4. Lap 4 was a 97.774, right?
Yeah.
Now if you that's from the
That's the actual setup that you sent me now yesterday.
yeah, okay.
I think so anyway.
Yeah, so this is your fastest lap. Now that's from start to finish. Now if you forget where the start is and you just one continuous lap, your fastest lap is this lap, this one, and this one, because you had a really good sector 3. And so that time is 97.334. Okay, so this is the actual this lap 4, 97.74, is the fastest time that'll be recorded.
Yeah.
Timing and scoring. But your actual fastest time going around the track is the 97.3. Okay.
All right.
So the closer. So one relation you can compare is how fast was your fastest time in relation to the fastest time you actually went around. You want that to be as close as possible. And then the other thing is, if you just take your fastest 3 sectors, which you in your last lap you did this one, this one, and this one. If you take those 3, if you just took those 3 and you did a 96.8. Now the problem is the end of one sector can influence the next sector. How well you. And so this number is never going to be achievable. Okay, but the closer you can make this number to your fastest lap, the better. Okay, but really the thing I use this is, and the whole reason I'm showing you this is, you're trying to be consistent. You're trying to and the reason you're trying to be consistent is, let's say driving at, you have your full potential, like you're doing a qualifying, your best qualifying run. Okay, that's your 100%. Okay, but now you're racing, and so you have to be a little bit less. So let's say you're at 90. Let's say to make it the math easy, let's say you're driving at 90%. Okay, now if you are consistent to 10%, no, let's make this more realistic. Scratch that. More realistic. Qualifying lap is your 100%. Your racing is 95%. Okay. Now, if
You want to be doing it 80%.
no, if your race pace is 90% and you're consistent, or 95% and you're consistent, then let's say you're consistent up to 2% plus or minus. Okay, so your fastest would be a 97%, and your slowest would be a 93%. Or You know, if you're 2%, or let's say, if you're, let me.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you got line me. You're gonna still be safe, okay?
Yeah.
And you're not gonna run off the track. Now, let's say you're driving at 95% and you're consistent at 6%, okay? So then you're gonna be slower than your 95%, but then there'll be that one time that you're driving at 101% and you go off the track. So you're trying to be as consistent as possible, and then you can, once you're consistent, you can modify or try new things, and you'll still be safe. And you're doing great, because
basically you just have to get to know the track, really, isn't it?
yeah, but look, this is quantifying it. Basically, look at you have a bunch. Look how few black boxes you have.
What's black mean?
Black is more than 2% off.
Oh, all right.
So, purple is your fastest sector. Yellow is within 1% of that. And that's, if you can be within 1%, I was wondering, what is 1%? 1% is what, within 1% is what Formula 1 drivers are doing. Every lap, within 1%. I was like, what is consistent? So I did a little research, and I was like, and Max Verstappen and Lewis.
He's not human.
Yes, we'll agree there. But Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Leclerc, they all can drive within 1%, lap after lap after lap, and you just see the degrade of the tire is what causes them to lose time.
When you're getting 40 million a year, you'd want to be in your 1%.
Yeah. So they consistently are within, all their laps will be gold or yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're trying to just basically human. So if we can have everything either gold or orange, then we're doing good. There's, and so the only times we have to work on things is these black ones. Now these black ones might have been because you're passing a car or you're dealing with something, but
outlap or something.
But so that's yours. Let's see here. Let's see here. Take away these. Now I haven't looked at this yet, so this is going to be news to me also. But let's look at, I did 2 races today.
Why don't you click the first one?
Because
is that just an outlap, is it?
That's an outlap. That's 5 minutes. It's just gonna, it's so out there that it doesn't matter. This one actually doesn't matter either, because it's a 2-minute 41. That's probably
alright.
Okay, so there's the, so that's my second race. That's how consistent I was. So I'm
very good.
I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah.
And then the other, that's why I said I like the Ferrari, because I can load it up with 60 liters of fuel and it'll be consistent in times all the way down to nothing of fuel.
Brilliant.
It's not like the Porsche is really difficult because you can set up the car for when it has a full tank, a lot of weight on the nose, and then it'll act completely differently when it's a empty tank.
Half empty, yeah. That's why they use the brake bias a lot on that.
Yeah. So there's, again, I'm happy with. I'm actually really happy with that. Well, the end was kind of sketchy when I was fighting those cars. Remember I was saying well, basically I was finding cars here, but look at this, all this gold. I'm really impressed. I'm happy with that.
Very good.
But anyway, so let's go back to looking at your data.
What's the red line going through? Is that your best lap?
The
red line there, yeah.
The red line is here. Let me put it all back. Okay, so lap 9 is my fastest lap at 36.5. Okay. What did it say? Lap 9. So this lap right here is my fastest lap because.
Right.
Okay, it's not because of this red line, but here let's use some other data because that's confusing for you. The red line means the fastest time you went around the track, regardless of where the start and stop is. The fastest lap is the fastest time you went around the track in relation to the start and finish.
Okay.
Okay, so my fastest lap was lap 9 again. That's interesting.
Very strange.
Okay, but so my fastest lap was lap 9, which is 9.670. Okay, but the fastest time I actually went completely around the track was I started at sector 3 and it ended with sector 2. And that is a 96.134. So
okay. I see what you mean.
So fastest lap was a 96.6, but the fastest time I actually went all the way around the track was a 96.1.
Weird.
So now, remember I was talking about comparing times. Look how little there is. So the fastest 3 sectors, which is this sector, was lap 14 of sector 1, lap 10 of sector 2, and lap 9 of sector 3. Okay, if you add those 3 up, it's a 96.1 flat. Okay, but if you look at the fastest time I actually went all the way around the course, regardless of where the start is, was a 96.134. Having these very close is what you're trying to get. Now, it might not be. The more consistent you are, the closer these will get.
Yeah.
But this is performance engineering kind of stuff. It's it's kind of like, you remember I was saying that data is great at answering questions, but you gotta formulate answer.
Yeah.
Data is great at answering, but you need to formulate the question. So let's stop looking at my stuff and let's look at your stuff. Okay, so your fastest lap was lap 4, which is a 97.4. Alright, see, you're doing really well too, because your fastest complete lap, which was this lap 9, was...
Yeah, I was driving around with AI.
This was 96.7. So your fastest 3 sectors was a 96.5. Your fastest complete circle around the track was a 96.6. So that's really close also. So you're doing well, but okay. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. You there?
Okay. So here.
The minute you said it, I had to go myself.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I did already.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, the question everybody wants to answer is, I want to go faster.
Yeah.
Okay. How can I go faster? Okay, so that's the question. It's a very broad question, but how can I go faster? How can I be more like the aliens? You know, where do I need to work on? Okay, so this is where we go. So normally this is like this. This is basically just a speed trace. Okay?
Yeah.
And all the different laps. Now, I call it you're looking for spaghetti. Okay, where are you being inconsistent? Okay, so from here to here, look at how the lines are all diverging. Okay, looks like spaghetti, right? Okay. Let's go back. Okay, but in here, let me put the track on so we know what we're talking about. Okay, so what is here to here? It's that long straight, and how we're getting. Yeah. Okay, that's difficult. It's difficult for everybody. Difficult for me. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but that's one place that.
It's my favorite corner, though.
it's the butt clincher corner for me.
Which?
This corner right here. There.
Yeah.
What? It's corner 13.
You had it there, yeah.
Yeah. Right in this section right here. Because you're going down the straight, full through this, full through this, hit the brakes, and then hang on for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just pop down 2 gears on the first, no, see the first kink?
This one?
Yeah, no, up,
This one?
that one, yeah. And then I change gear there, and then halfway through this straight, I change another gear, and that slows me down enough to...
Make it around this corner.
I'm on the accelerator just past that corner then.
Okay. Okay,
That's
so...
what usually happens anyway. I'd say the car could be sliding all over the place.
Okay, so let's do this. Well, we're going to remember this...
Plus the fact I was racing with AI now, so it's probably... I was probably trying to stay away from them at the same time.
Okay, you see this section of the track that we're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come back to this.
Why have you found something worse than that?
No. I'm just saying we have identified that this section is not consistent. Like,
Yeah.
okay, and then we
Where's that? That's, oh, I know. Yeah. That's the
So-
first corner.
this is yep. So this is another place that could
Yeah.
we could work on. But okay, so this is from answering just by looking at the different speed traces, okay? But speed trace doesn't really tell you. We're not measuring speed, we're measuring time. Okay? So what we're really trying to find out is where are we losing time? Or where, okay? So yes, the speeds are different. Yes, the time is going to be different. But how bad is it? Okay, where? Okay, so that's where you get into the variance. Okay, the delta time. So we're going to make this a little bit more descriptive. So you have these 2 green ones that are way up there. It's probably for this right here. And this one right here. So we're going to take away that data because it's skewing our picture. Okay.
All right.
So your fastest lap here. I'll make it. Here's color. Okay. Your fastest lap down here is the red line. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The red line is equivalent to this 0 line. Okay. Now wherever the lines are basically flat, like all of it. So from
straight.
yeah.
Okay.
So from here to here, you're not gaining. This is the delta time. So you're not gaining or losing time here. Okay, so don't. And let's always have the. Let's see here. Back. Okay, so the question I have, you can see that this is obvious, but the other question I have is, here's the turn right before the long straight. You know, how critical for you is this turn, and are you gaining or losing time down this long straight? Okay, so I'd say no. You're very, very consistent on this turn, right? This corner. Here we go. On this corner, before the long straight, you're doing great. You're not going. You don't need to work on this,
Right.
because all these lines are. Okay, let me take away the track. Okay, each one of these horizontal lines is 5/100ths of a second. Okay, you're gaining or losing less than 5/100ths of a second on all these laps. Okay, 5/100ths of a second is nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so you coming off that corner,
That's very interesting.
this corner right here,
Yeah.
you're not. That's not where you need to work on. Okay, you're not. Now, where these lines start sloping, that's where you. So,
Yeah.
okay, you have this. See how all these lines are sloping down, and
Yeah.
okay, so this blue line, it started at it's this number right here. It started at basically almost a complete second behind, and then it ended. So we're just looking at this section again. Remember, we're looking at this section right here.
Where's that? Oh, yes.
Okay. And it ended at. You gained a half a second on this lap compared to your reference lap, your fastest lap. Okay? Big, huge variance. Okay?
Yeah, that's the bloody AI. I tried to follow AI drivers.
Oh, okay. But, okay, so that's just looking at time wise. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of variance in this. Well, let me rephrase. Let me put this.
Yeah. I'd say you'd be better off looking at that when you actually do a hot stint instead of a race,
But
especially behind the AI. I was last in a race with AI, so
okay, but
every lap is going to be very varied,
okay, so we're
extremely varied, I should say.
yeah. So we figured out that to find where we need to work on is finding what section of track are we losing or gaining time. Okay? Using these where these lines are skewed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, let me go back. Okay, right on the monitor, right here, it says you're plus or minus. Okay, it'll have a.
I don't look at that.
Okay.
I have my field of view. That's gone.
Okay.
I'm up where when I change gear, my screen stops there.
Okay, so let me try something different. let's not use this one. Okay. Let's go up here.
I don't think those things. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's red now, is it?
Yeah. So I don't like how it goes red and green because it makes you want to overdrive. But you can cycle this thing so it reads plus and minus. Let me go to an old video because that's what I used to do. Oh! Wait for 20 seconds. You're gonna see a Code Brown moment. Just watch the YouTube channel. No, just watch. That's what.
What?
Oh, I'm just watching this old video. It's opened up it caught my attention.
Yeah.
Code Brown. Oh. But anyways. Yeah. Anyways. Here. Let me. Okay, this display. It can display what your delta time is in real time. Okay?
Oh.
Let me go back. Gosh, I want to find you a video. There. Here's the one I was using it. Well, anyways, you see right here, it'll tell you what your delta time is in real time.
And that'll be different to what?
So in real time, it'll show you that at this point of the track, in reference to your fastest lap, you at this point were, 15 hundredths faster. And so it will. So you see this blue line. See how you basically broke too hard, and then in this blue line went vertical. You can see in real time that I made a mistake, and how significant it is by looking at how fast that hundredths digit is going, up or down. You also can look at your delta time going down the long straight. All this time you have, you can look at that timer and say, okay, I'm losing time or I'm gaining time. So this blue line, you're losing time. This yellow line, you're gaining time versus your fastest lap.
Wow.
And so you can get feedback right away. But And that's what I actually use in real life.
Amazing.
Let's see here. This is the camera that I use, and then
Oh yeah.
trying to show you this is the display. This is exactly what I have displayed underneath my rearview mirror. It shows me my delta time at all times, and I can see, hey, I just watched this hundredths digit. Is this hundredths digit?
Handy.
Is this hundredths digit going up or is it going down? And trying to make this not move kind of forces you to be consistent. And you might be, it might be positive, a second or minus a second. That's all well and good because you might be, it might be getting hotter during the day, and your cars can get slower and slower just because of the heat, or you might get faster because of burning off fuel. But just using this display, which is the exact same thing
That's excellent.
as right there, this is so when you're trying to be consistent, that's what I'm saying, is just have this thing displaying the delta time. Now you do that. Okay, I'll just hit the button.
What you do?
You see a cycle secondary display, the one that's blinking right now?
Yeah.
That is the one that changes the screen of that. So having something that's a keybind to this, or keyboard or something that you can cycle through the displays, because it normally just shows you your lap time, and who cares? That's the past.
I have that up anyway.
The lap time, or
Yeah.
okay,
It's up in the corner. And the delta's there as well.
yeah, but
But there's no sector times.
no, there won't be sector times. One suggestion: instead of having to look up here for your delta time, put it down here so you can see it without taking your eye off the road. Or
I think I can only see half of mine. I can't. I'm not sure. I don't really look at it very often anyway. I have to keep my eyes on the road constantly. I can't. If I take it off, I go into the grass or a wall.
yeah, that's true. Let's see here.
Use my third eye.
But anyways, so now you said you wanted to compare us, so let's compare.
We'll look and see what the difference is.
Okay, so 36.5 and 36.6. So we'll just use this one. Okay, so the reference, the red line, the reference is my lap, okay, and we're gonna make let's just do it this way, make it easy. Okay, your line, so I'm the red line, you're the white line, and I'm the horizontal line, and you're the white line. Okay, so where do you see a line going vertical? It's right there. Okay.
There's no red line on the top.
No, I'm the horizontal. I'm the reference. Here, I'll swap them. Swapping is W, I think. No, Q. Yep, Q. Okay, now you're so now you're the red line, which is the horizontal line, and I'm this white line.
You can't overlay them like.
So, okay, this is your data, and the red dot's on your data, and this is my data, and this is the white. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm the white line, and you're the reference. I'm the white line, you're the red line, the reference. Okay.
Okay.
So now, do you want to compare? We want to compare you against me. Okay, so I'm the reference. You're the compare. Okay, I can see right now. See where this line went vertical?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's right in this section right here. Okay, I started, you can look at the number right here. I started at 2/10 faster than you.
Yeah.
And I ended at 9/10. Okay, so what part of the section, what section of the track are we looking at? We're looking at this little section here.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back. Where is start finish? Turn 4 and turn 5. This section right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
A very easy to get out of bounds section.
yeah, but where exactly did this line? So you entered slower than I did. Okay, big whoop. Okay, from here. Now you can look at the dot also, but from here to there, that's only 5/100ths. Or no.
Mm. Yeah.
It's almost a tenth. Okay, so a tenth is the braking. Okay,
Oh yeah.
but where this line's going vertical and then continue on the slope up is all the way around, and then you did a little bit better. See, on the exit of, you know, you did better right here. I did better here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is. You remember when I was saying that in a section of track, this little section of track, the slower you are going, the more important each mile an hour is. Okay, so the difference in speed is 13 miles an hour, or 13 miles an hour. But the significance of the change in time is huge because we're going slow. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. But so why? So let's go back and let's look at driver inputs. Now we can do the first. We can do it with the color. Okay. So again, I'm the red dot, the reference, the inside loop, and you're the white dots, the outside loop. So what do we see here? So this light blue is ABS going off. Okay, and so let's just look at what we're seeing first in colors. Okay, so we'll analyze mine first. Okay, I went from full throttle instantly to brake, and it took me this distance to go from no brake to full brake. And I was full brake, ABS went off, and then I got off the throttle, off the brake, add some little bit of throttle. Now this purple is the traction control going off. So I added some throttle, started turning, and traction. I'm basically riding the traction control all the way around. Okay, and then traction control stops, and I'm full throttle. Then I'm breathing off the throttle, and I'm coming off. And then back, traction control is going off again, and then I'm off. Okay, this traction control going off is what made you faster right here, I think, because
there's not much traction control. Well, there's not as much as yours.
Yeah. So now let's look
at the green bit again.
The green is.
Oh, it's off the throttle.
It's throttle. So.
It is throttle.
So.
I thought pink was throttle.
Here. Throttle. So, throttle goes from. So, like 4% throttle is like green. Then it goes. It goes to light blue. Then it goes to dark blue. And then 100% throttle is
blue.
The pink.
Oh, alright, okay.
Okay. So now let's look at yours. Just looking at so you went from full throttle. You this little section right here. You're coming off the throttle.
Yeah.
And then you went onto brake. So the amount of time it took to go from zero brake to full brake was about the same. But then you engaged the ABS right away. Okay, ABS, and then the ABS came off.
Wow.
And then you came off the brake here, and then you went back on the brake, and then you went back on full brake, ABS went off again, and then you came off the brakes, and then you did corner entry. So this is just what we're seeing in the colors, okay?
Yeah.
And then going around, you also were just riding the traction control. But the traction control came off here, came off here, and came off here, and so you basically got full throttle, and then you're feathering the throttle, traction control, feathering throttle, and then full throttle, and then for the next straight. Okay, so that's just looking at colors. Okay, so now we could look at let's see here. Let's okay, we're going to keep this way. Let's go back. We're gonna look at smaller sections. Swap is not what I wanted. Okay. Notice I made the colors for you, and I'm white now. Okay. So again, now you're the inside. You know, you can see the ABS going off. Okay,
right.
but if we want to just compare technique, you say what you're saying is our technique is different in braking. That's a statement you made, right? Okay, so
yeah, that's a totally different. What we're at there is totally different. Like, is that a like if I'm following AI cars into that, you'll be doing a lot of mad maneuvers trying to avoid them.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your mad maneuver was you got on brake, you got off brake, you went back on brake, and then
I'd probably just stop trying to hit somebody or something.
Yeah, could be. This is where the whole video in real life is useful. Because you need to put things into context. That's why I spent the money on that camera.
Yeah.
But so that's.
Well, they'll introduce it soon, I'd say.
But
strange you can't link the video to this Motec.
That's because there's no beacon in the. Well. Yeah. So the companies that made the camera I use do make a video thing and their data. You can't use it in Motec, but I don't know if you can use the.
Right, for ACC or for real life?
No, for ACC.
All right.
So you can do it. It just costs money. But
it's not really worth it in the end.
Well, it's only worth it if you get something out of it. Like, do you have questions? In my opinion, everybody can use a delta timer, because you just set a reference lap, and then you can look at what this digit is doing, as you're going around the track. It doesn't take any analysis or skill or tools. You just can look at what is the clock doing. Is this number going up, or is this number going down, or is this number staying the same? Everybody can do that. It's when you.
And it's not a delta time. It's the sector time.
This is lap. This is delta time.
It's a lap timer. Yeah, that's delta.
This is delta. This is physically a lap timer. That's the product, but you're actually looking at delta time.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why I recommend having this key binded to something, so you can change this into delta time and not showing you just your lap time.
Well, that's secondary display, is it? I didn't know it was which.
Cycle secondary display.
I'll find the button first.
Okay, and then you can just look in. But see, this number is also shown right here. Well, this section that says recovery 2 also shows delta time. So you don't have to use your secondary display, which is over here. But I don't like using this because it goes red and green, and when I see it red, I want to overdrive the car.
What's that handle there? Is that a handbrake?
This handle?
No way.
This handle is no.
Is that a handbrake?
No. This handle you push down so you can adjust the steering column, just like in a real car.
Very good.
But so you can go up, down, in, and out with the steering wheel. But anyways, so
yeah, I kind of have to go now.
Okay.
Will we make it the same time on Sunday? 3:30 or thereabouts?
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Okay. Nice talking to you. Have a good night.
That was good. I learned a lot of that.
Well, I hope.
Yeah. It's really practice with that Motec stuff.
Yeah, it's. I've been doing it for a couple of years.
How long did it take you to really understand it?
About 2 years.
Wow,
of actual use.
Yeah.
Well, I read a book, and then about 2 years of actual use to. That's why I made this whole color thing, because I can look at that real quick and kind of get an understanding of what's going on without looking at squiggly lines.
Because when you can embed your brain into it, I'd say you can actually get notions of how to set up the car a lot easier.
Well, here, let's do this one thing. Let's use me as the reference, so that would be Q. No, I want it this way. Okay, so okay. So the outside is my fastest lap. Now you are the inside lap, right?
An inside lap.
You're the inside loop right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna cycle through all your laps.
Right.
Okay. So there's lap 2, lap 3, lap 4, lap 5, 6. And so you can compare what you're doing. You can compare your own laps to your fastest lap.
Very good. Yeah, that's very handy.
And see how are you consistently applying the brake at the same place? Are you consistently applying the gas at the same place?
Yeah.
And
look at that one. That was nearly identical on the out part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Traction control is nearly identical.
But that's where you just kind of like it. This is like all this looking at data or looking at these colors and that kind of stuff is basically you have to formulate a question like, what do I need to work on? Do I need to work on my braking ability? Do I need to work on
everything?
Well,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
everything needs to be worked on.
Yeah, no, but you got to pick one or two, at maximum 2 things. What are you working on right now?
Brakes.
Okay.
And steering, I suppose.
Well, just think of brakes. Okay, if you're just looking at okay, let's turn this off. Okay, so we're just looking at the braking of in corner entry of this turn right here. Okay, if you want to talk about say, okay, I want to work on braking. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in relation to corner entry, which is your steering, there you go. Make this more obvious. Okay, the blue line is your steering wheel. The red line here is your brakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's like, okay, I want to work on my braking. Okay, you broke straight down. That means you had no steering input. Now you got off the brakes a little bit, and then you did lateral. You did well, but you want to fill in this little area right here. Okay, so what
do you mean fill in?
Okay, so see all this colored line went straight down. Let me see if I can. Let me make this the full. Yeah, that gets skewed. See how this here. See the little crosshair. Okay. Now,
yeah.
Okay, so you broke. Okay, now you come. You brake. Now, right here, see how that cursor goes up and then over?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's going on there, like?
Okay.
When it's full brakes on, I can't be doing much, like, can I? I full brakes on and I have ABS on.
Okay. So what do you see here happening? Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay, so look at the blue line. So your ABS is come on. See, it went on, off, on, and on. Okay?
Yeah.
So if this negative 2 G's is maximum brakes, okay? And you want to fill it, you want it to go from here and then just swing around and make a circle, right?
All right.
But
That would be perfect.
that would be perfect, right?
Right.
Okay. So what's happening is it's going up to negative. It went from -2, then went up to -1.6, and then it swung around. Okay. Now the question is why? If you were on full brakes, why did that happen? Okay. It happened because the blue line here, the ABS, started kicking on.
Oh, so I've lifted off the brakes and
No, you did nothing. The ABS started firing. This is why I don't have my ABS at 1, because when I am doing corner entry, I don't want the ABS going off and me going from -2 to -1.6. Okay, so looking at this thing, what you want? Okay, so I'll prove it to you, and that this is not just a fluke. Okay, because every lap could be just a fluke. You could be doing something. It could be a car in front of you. We don't know because we have no video.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go back. Next. Okay, this is your first lap. Okay. Now, why is this not round? It's going up, down, and around, and then and the answer is because you're off and on the brakes on this lap. You can see the red line. That's the reason why this is not filled in. It's because of your brake application. Okay, now let's look at the next lap. Okay. Again, this is going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What do we see over here? You're up, down with your brakes. Okay.
Brakes again, yeah.
You caused this. Okay, so your first task or goal. Do you remember I was talking about goals have to be smart, they have to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So I'd say the goal that I'd write for you as a performance engineer, I'd say specific. Once you apply the brakes, you are not going to release them until turn in.
That was me stopping a car in front of a car, I'd say.
You could say that, okay, but the goal.
I am saying that.
Okay. I don't want.
There's no reason you do that anyway, going into that corner, would you?
Okay, regardless of what's going on in front of you, it's you against the track. Okay, so I'm being hypercritical here. Okay, I'm putting my performance engineer hat on. Okay,
you're putting the foot on the floor.
No, I'm putting my performance engineer hat on. Okay, so the SMART goal is specific brakes, measurable. We don't want to see it go up and down. Okay, no. Achievable. Yes, you can achieve this. Relevant. Yes, you want to improve. You want to improve. So you don't want this negative G going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
This is a different way of looking at it. This is the same thing, but so you said it's because the car was in front of you. Okay,
I'm presuming
that could be very. You could go back and look at your video on lap 2 and see what actually happened. But
if it was lap 2, it was definitely a car.
Okay, so let's go to the next lap. Okay, again, you're seeing this up down. This is not smooth, and what are we seeing in your braking right here? Up down, up down, up down. Okay.
These cars don't disappear.
Let's go to the next lap. Okay, now there's no cars.
Now there you go.
Okay, no cars. Your brake application looks awesome, but okay, and this looks really good except this little section right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's that from?
that's from your ABS going off.
Ah, right, yeah.
Okay, your ABS goes off.
What actually happens when the ABS goes off?
It
It just
it releases the brakes. You're going
it
to
tries to control the wheel spin or something, is it?
so it senses the decel. Okay, your question is what is ABS doing? And I can tell you. You can go over to acceleration performance, and we can. Okay, these are wheel speeds. Okay, so the question we're having is we want to look what is going on from here to there. Okay, you can see so over here we have the maximum negative G's, and then we're doing corner entry, we're starting to turn the car, we got lateral G's going, but we lost G's right here, and then we continued on. Okay, and my explanation is, well, it's because you didn't lose negative G's because you went off the brake. You were constantly on the brake. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so what changed? The ABS went off. Okay, so that's my answer. The ABS went off. Okay, so now we're going. Okay, so if you remember, red line is front right. Red is right.
Yeah.
And then the other primary color is blue, so that's front left. Orange is a warm color, just like red, so that's rear right. And green's a cool color, just like blue, and so that's rear. Rear left. So what was happening is now you can see the speeds going up, down, up. Now if you just look at the orange and the red, okay, which is the right tires, we got up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, now look at the yellow, look at the blue and the green. See how nice and smooth they are?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening here is your right tires are locking up, and it's sensing, the ABS is sensing the speed drop really violently, so it releases the brakes and gets them going again, and then it reapplies the brakes and it drops again.
Oh my god.
And so this is how real ABS works. This is so
I won't be using it again.
well, no. Okay, so and why is it the right side? It's because
Inside ones are loose.
No,
There's not much weight on those.
incorrect. Because look at the from the beginning to the bottom is this section right here. Okay, that's a left. That's a left turn. The weight. The weight would be on the right tires.
Yeah, I meant to say the right tires. Yeah.
Okay, so it should be the left tires that are locking up and going up and down, up and down, up and down. But it's the right ones going up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, why is that? I could almost guarantee you that you have the right tires on the curbing. The right tires are on the curbing, so they have less. So they have less grip, so they're going to be skidding. Okay, so what you need to do is another goal of yours for bettering. Again, I'm being hypercritical. I have my performance engineering hat on. Okay, because you drive fast. That's not. I'm trying to answer the question. Trying to answer the question. How do I go faster? Don't brake on the curbing.
Yeah, right.
You gotta get off that curbing.
All right. That just sets the ABS off crazy.
Okay. So yeah. So let's go.
I'll be turning down the ABS now that I know what it's doing.
Okay. So let's go back. Okay. So what I would do is I would try to do your same braking technique. Start with ABS 1.
Yeah.
And does that, having an ABS 1, does it affect your turn in? Because the whole purpose of ABS is to keep the tires turning so you'll actually will have grip to turn in.
Right.
Okay? If you can go to ABS 1 and you're not locking up the tires and you still can turn in, then that's all of the ABS you need.
Right. You might have to brake a bit earlier.
And the thing that's going to tell you is go back and have the ABS like you normally have it. Look at your delta time. Turn down your ABS and do the same thing and look at your delta time. Turn it down some more and look at your delta time. And just look at that hundreds digit. That hundreds digit without looking at any data. Anything. Just try different things and look how it affects the delta time. Is it going up? Is it going down? It's not It's not the number. It's just, is it going up or is it going down?
Right. And you know if it's going up, you're getting better. Down.
Down.
No, up.
No, down.
In the minus.
Right. If you were running the perfect race, okay?
Yeah.
Every lap would be your fastest lap because you're weighing less because you're burning off fuel. Correct?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay. Assuming that your tires are consistent. You're not burning out the tires.
Yeah.
But the way the sim does tires and that kind of stuff, and when you finish a race, you can go back into the garage and you can look at your tire wear. So a perfectly brand new tire is 3 millimeters. And a fully worn tire is 1 millimeter.
Yeah, I never look at my tires after a race.
Okay, look at your tires after a race. Okay.
Yeah.
And if I usually see 2 point something, two and a quarter, 2.5. It's never 1 point something.
Right.
Okay. So I know.
Even if it does that matter how long the race is?
A full stint, 48 minutes.
Oh, okay, right.
I mean, you could put a set of tires on, and then go run a full gas tank. Put a set of tires on and run 2 full gas tanks, and see how much wear you have on the tires. Yeah. Basically, you never run out of tires. So tires aren't a limiting factor, as long as you're not being stupid with your driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not on fire.
So that's not something to think about. So if you were driving perfectly, every lap would be your fastest lap because you're lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
Okay. So your delta time should always be a constant, slightly negative. So if you're driving perfectly, it would be like a negative 10th every lap. Negative 10th, negative 10th, negative 10th.
Oh, one of these days.
But is that achievable? Can be a goal? No, I don't think it really can. I don't think we have the ability of every lap driving perfectly. So that's not achievable. So what you're trying to do is
Something similar.
well, you're trying to use it as a tool. Okay.
Yeah.
Another saying is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So we want that.
no. Well, try something different and see how it affects the time. Are you losing or gaining time? If you're losing time, it's a negative, then whatever you tried is actually faster than what you've been doing. And so make that your norm. And then try something new, try something different. And so that's why I say that everybody can use the delta time. You don't have to do all this data stuff. You don't have to do all this performance engineering stuff. All you need to do is be consistent first, and then try slightly different things and see how it affects the delta time.
Yeah.
But first you have to be consistent.
And that's knowing the track.
And that's, knowing the track. But anyways, I'll let you go. It's late for you.
Yeah. Good talk. Nice one.
Yep. Talk to you
Okay,
later.
Todd. See you Sunday.
Yep.
On the ball.